Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another DC Universe Online live stream. My name is Meps. I'm your community manager, and this here is your creative director, the Nerd of Prey.
Hello.
And next to her is your systems lead, Aver.
Hello, everybody.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us, guys. And thank you for joining us out there. Today we're here to show you the upcoming episode, Teen Titans Judas Contract, and the new Augments system, which is pretty exciting for us because last we spoke, we let you know that Titans was coming in July and that Augments was coming in August. And that is no longer the case. Augments is going to launch with Teen Titans on July 18th.
Yeah. Yes. Beating expectations.
Yay. We're just, been making really good progress on it, and it's ready to go. We think both of these systems, or this system and this episode, will be a lot stronger and more fun to launch together. So that's what we're working for. Obviously, the 18th could still change as things happen in live development, but that is our goal right now. So we're going to show you the new content. We're going to talk about the new rewards in the content, and we're going to talk about the new augment system and how that all fits together. So let's just jump right into it. Why mess around? I'm going to start with you, Nerd of Prey.
With me.
Yes. Teen Titans Judas Contract. What is the Judas Contract, and why is it awesome, and why should people be excited about it?
Why? Because Judas Contract is one of the greatest, I would say the greatest, Teen Titans storyline from the comics. It recently got adapted into an animated feature, which is pretty good, but, it's nothing like the original. I'd say we're very similar in that we've kind of modernized it with a few characters, but we definitely are a little more true to the original story, including some of the characters that did not make it into the animated show, and that's Jericho, which we've shown everybody, and we'll show him again today, and Adeline Wilson, who's also an important member of things. I don't want to say too much yet. But, it was from the 80s when the Teen Titans really exploded onto the scene. I mean, they're actually much older than that, but this was the new Teen Titans. And that's when they started really pushing boundaries on the types of stories they could tell, the types of relationships that teenagers could have with each other, and what it meant to be a young superhero in the DC universe. And we have a lot of those characters, and the Titans have been pretty important, especially like Raven and all of that. So we wanted to basically it's kind of like a love letter to Teen Titans.
I mean, we've had them in the game.
Yeah,
already.
They've been around since launch. But they're very popular, especially nowadays with the cartoon.
Tell us a little bit about the specific cast we have, right? Because we don't have exactly the same cast from the old book. We've kind of merged the modern cast with the later cast. Who in particular do we have who's new?
Well, my favorite new addition is definitely Damien.
Yes.
Damian Wayne.
Yes.
Finally, we've really wanted to work him into the game in some way that made sense, and this was it. We're like, well, let's do Judas Contract. Who could we add? And we're like, oh God, Damien. He was so good.
Nice.
In the animated films and stuff. So we wanted to take a crack at it, and I think we nailed it. He is just perfect in this DLC. We wanted to try something new, too, and we're kind of like promoting some characters. Cyborg, who's running with the Justice League these days in the comics and movies and such, so he's going to make it into the main roster of the Justice League, and that opens up a spot on the Titans for us. And we're actually going to take Tim Drake, who was Robin in the game, and he's going to turn into Red Robin, just like he did in the comics, which makes room for Damien to be Robin, and so on. And there's just going to be so many Robins in this episode.
Yeah.
And that's really neat. We're not going to change Tim in Gotham because it doesn't make sense for the story that kind of happened in the past, but he's definitely updated here.
Cool. All right. Let's do rewards first. Then we'll run around the new environments, look at the new characters, and then we'll jump into some of the content and take a look there. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's go ahead. Who wants to drive for me? Are you driving for rewards?
I'll drive for now.
So right now we're starting off looking at the first gear set. This is Red Robin.
This is Red Robin. Oh man, I did it. I promised I wasn't going to do it, and I did it.
That's too late. It's the different Red Robin.
Yeah, this suit is awesome. We wanted you guys know Robin usually drives a motorcycle. That's pretty standard. all the Robins do it. Even Damien sometimes, which is a little weird because he's a little young to drive. But anyway, so that's what we took for inspiration on the helmet. I think that was a Megzilla special.
Awesome.
She suggested a motorcycle helmet, which is
slow mouse movements.
Really cool.
Please.
Why is it so
I'm
sensitive
getting dizzy.
anyway? And it kind of works for. This is the Rebirth costume. He used to wear that weird like hood capey thing, but they kind of ditched that when they did Rebirth. So.
Vera, which Robin is your favorite? Robin, Red Robin?
Yeah, just Robin.
Original Robin.
Original Robin. With the real...
Nightwing?
With the
real
little
short.
with you like tights. I get it.
60s Robin? Okay.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
So this actually has. You guys might notice the. There's something interesting with the cape. How it's like under the shoulder pads.
Right.
It's pretty
It's
neat.
kind of a big deal.
It's his cape on the character kind of came around the front, which is something that's really hard for us to do on player characters. But our character artists are never satisfied, so they went ahead and kind of made it work. So it doesn't work with all types of styles, but with the more flush, tight armors and stuff like that, it lays really nice right on top, and it actually comes across the shoulders, which is something we've never done before.
Nice. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the second armory.
Oh man, I don't ever use a keyboard.
It's over here.
Just numpad, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's not the one I wanted.
That is not.
Oh, that...
So we're just going to go straight
Bam.
for it. And then he's going to click off of it
do
and
you
make
think?
me talk about it later.
There we go.
All right.
Boom.
Oh, no, I think that's where we were. I'm sorry. I have my numbers wrong.
That's cool. We'll just click through all of them. We'll get there.
Hang on. I don't want to show anything else.
He's like, oh, and that's the next episode, and that's 2019.
Shut
and
All right. There we go. That is the enhanced, more exciting
Yes.
version.
Boom.
Yes, the enhanced Red Robin set has like racing stripes kind of thing going on. A lot of glowing ridges and such.
Yeah, I like the area around the ribs. Looks really cool.
It does, the way it kind of undulates through it. But, you know, it's a pretty standard bling suit. But it's Batman. We wanted it to feel right and not just add a bunch of glowy shit for no
Sure.
reason. So
Yeah.
you add the cool tech bits.
All right. I don't like my color scheme for this one, so we're going to move on.
Sounds good.
We worked
It
really
did
hard
look
to
a
get
little
there.
army surplus.
Cyborg.
Cyborg suit! Ugh, the character looked so good.
That's some shiny metal.
I know, it is so... I was like, I think I can see my face in Cyborg's chest. But he is very, very...
Like it's reflecting back at you from the screen.
That's... Yeah, right there. You see it. But it's a great sculpt. It is gorgeous. The materials are amazing. And I knew players immediately would want it. So we just went ahead.
had to do it.
We were like, we should just
Yep.
make this a gear suit. So we did. We did decide to... It's very branded with the Cyborg emblem, so we decided to not do an emblem at all on this. We can't do any other logo, but it looked really good without that, so people can use it for all different kinds of characters. So
Cool.
the little mask thing is not related, but
No, that's true.
There's
Oh,
like a-
I'm just wearing that.
there's like a little mask. No, you don't have to wear a little mask. He just really wanted to.
I did.
But that is the enhanced elite. I'm sorry, it's not enhanced. It's the elite version
Elite gear.
of the Cyborg suit, and I'm kind of in love with this gear. I like was sending you pictures
You
of
were
my character because I was like,
all
this is so cool.
For a month. Yeah.
I particularly love, this just sounds weird, the arms
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
shoulder. I just love it so much.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm in love with this
Love the
suit.
detail.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should show the female styles.
Yeah,
I mean, the
and-
female versions of this.
I needed to
Yeah,
show the
okay,
awesome
okay.
calves too, but it does not skip leg day. So.
No, his metal does not skip. that.
He programs his legs on leg day. Give
Yeah.
him a break.
All right. Let me switch us over to our female character, and we'll just go through these relatively quickly.
Do we have any particular order? Maybe. We're unsure.
Ooh, God, that looks so good.
Oh yeah, I did myself even better.
Save the best for yourself.
Spend a bunch of time on that. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I have no idea what order her armories are in.
It's a potluck or whatever. It's fine.
Yay.
It's cool.
It's a round robin.
Potluck is-
I don't know. That's not even accurate. That's not even accurate, but
It was a good try.
she looks good too.
She's
Little
got a different
cape thing.
take. She's got green. A little bit more in Avera's preference for green tights.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That works.
It fits. It kind of reminds me of Carrie a little bit, Robin.
Slower.
It fits.
Slower mouse.
It fits. I'm gonna like reset your mouse
yeah,
sensitivity.
I should just make it really
so I can't go faster.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I really like the sculpt on the female models, and I dig that it's not long sleeves. We don't have a lot of short sleeve options. I like short sleeves.
Yeah.
So my character can enjoy it too.
Yeah, I did it right.
Yay! Congratulations on pressing a button.
Who's this one inspired by? That's fine.
Oh, I guess you're kind of doing like a new Barbara.
I am.
New Babs.
Kind of.
Batgirl. Which she just got a new.
I mean,
she
she's Robin
just got a
from
new
time.
costume last
Yeah,
week. Did you see it?
No.
It's okay. This is cute.
I'm
I
sure
like
it's
this.
great.
I like this. I like the helmet because she also rides a bike.
It's still Robin inspired though.
You were personally inspired by Barbara.
Oh, that's not what I expected.
That looks super similar to the first one.
Yeah. My bad. I was confused. Sorry. Here we go. Cyborg.
There she is.
Man, the masks all over.
I know. I just
killing me.
I didn't notice that I had masks on. I'm sorry.
No, I like that the hair shows up and stuff. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Some of the hairstyles work better than others, obviously.
But she looks just as
Does clip a little
good.
bit.
In fact, there's some cyborg side characters that are female in Rebirth, and we looked at some of that to get an idea of what his type of machinery would look like on the female form, and it came out kick-ass. Again with
the last surprise
so much
Armory.
Yay!
I love these.
Again, same deal.
Maskless this time.
Really? Yay!
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like
How did
without a
that happen?
mask.
There you go.
On accident,
Accident,
I
yeah.
guess. And I absolutely love the circuits. They just look so cool. We might want to use that on other things because that is freaking cool.
Yeah. All right, so that's the roads. Obviously, we're going to have an OP item and collections, which actually I have some of those back on the male character, so maybe we'll switch back over to him.
All right.
And sell those. And then we will jump into augments, because those are also related to rewards for this episode.
They are. Yeah.
I just want to point out that Cyborg's arm turns into a hand too. He has a hand cannon. I don't know if you're reading the comics. Maybe you should read a book. But he can turn his hand into the cannon.
Right.
We have not made the new cannon into a gear item, but you never know what the future holds.
Yeah.
One day.
Seems likely.
We actually like the idea of him sometimes in game even like having the different things. But that was a stretch goal.
Yeah.
Which means we had more important things like mechanics to work on. All right, we're back on this dude.
Yeah, so let's go into the inventory and
some secret stuff in there.
at the bottom there. Let's just equip some of these.
I love that it got an icon.
Should be unlocked, so it should just show up. It did.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom.
So you haven't seen them yet, but
Whose boots are these?
These are actually Damien's
Nice.
ninja combat boots. They look just like they do on Damien. You can tint them any color you want. And those are the OP item, right?
Yep,
Yes.
this is the OP item. I did that thing where I'm like, I know the answer to this, and then I was like, wait a minute, what if I'm wrong? And I froze in terror.
And these styles are inspired by the big Hive Master guy. Do we want to show
Oh,
them?
we can wait. We can show the
Oh, yeah,
actual.
yeah. All right.
We can do that later.
I don't want to ruin our...
Sure.
I mean,
True.
Sure, we'll do that later.
he's like the least cool of all the characters, but he is straight out of the comics. And the mastermind
He's
behind all
very
of
cool.
the Judas Contract.
His mother
so.
thinks he's cool. Okay, let's let me make sure this happened. All right.
I do recommend that if you read the email when you get the OP books. It's very funny.
Let's turn this over to Aver and walk us through
Fine.
what are augments.
I have to scoot up in the... so, augments. We replaced the equipment mod system.
Why would you do that?
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
For lots of reasons.
Well, everybody
actually.
loved it and thought it was perfect and should never change, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm sensing the opposite.
We got a lot of feedback on that, just saying, hey, it's hard to use.
R&D mods, hard to use.
Hard to use. and not a lot of engagement on that system, and we felt that we could do a better job with the way we do it now. The game has changed over the years, and we have more tools and stuff like that. We've learned a lot, listened to some feedback.
Awesome.
And so we changed it. We leveraged the artifact system to the artifact item leveling system, right?
Yeah.
To create augments, and I will kind of walk you through here. So basically, the way they work is you have a new equipment screen. It's the augment tab right here. You may have noticed tabs appearing in the game. You click right here.
You may have noticed that one is blank.
That one is blank. Yes, exactly. There's a hole there. We filled it.
Yeah.
So
we're making room.
Right, and one of our things that we wanted to do is we wanted to bring in the DCUO lore of exabytes and stuff like that, tie it in a little stronger to the actual systems in the game. And so you'll see over on the left-hand side, based on your origin, you're actually going to have a different augment screen. And we did a bit of work to make this look and feel really cool and feel unique to your character. And so I think we're only going to show the tech ones today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But there's a separate one for Magic and a separate one for Meta, and I encourage you to check them out and play with them.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give props to the team for that. You guys came up with. I was skeptic. I was like, do we really need a different version for every type? And you guys were like, we should do that more. And Megzilla, Aver, and Carp put together a proposal of these different backgrounds and stuff, and it just was gorgeous. And I was like, all right, you're right. Let's do it.
So, yeah, that turned out really well. I think it looks great. And so, have we completed the quest on here?
Okay, so let's actually step back a second. When you log in, there's a transition from the old R&D program to augments. And part of that is you're just going to get some of your augments in your inventory directly, and you're going to...
My coffee is like totally...
So, it actually appears as though... Did you complete the quest already? Because it's not showing up in your inventory. So if I'm going to sneak back in here.
We should probably rename this to just augments, like I suggested about a month ago.
Anyway, we're missing them. We're missing your augments.
Okay.
Can we jump onto another character that isn't level 30? So maybe. I'm gonna walk through that as we kind of figure out we had an issue setting up our character. But basically at level 25, you're going to get a quest that's going to automatically complete, and you'll see a bunch of different augments that are actually themed towards your. Those are level 30. That are themed towards your.
To not be level 30.
You need to be 25. Yeah, when you hit 25.
Got it.
So you'll complete that quest, and they'll appear in your inventory, and they're themed after your origin. So you'll have things like metagenes if you're a meta character, implants if you are tech, and runes if you are magic. And then mostly it's just it's a thematic change that looks really cool. And each one of those augments you'll feed exabytes to, and they will
totally different exabytes.
Totally new exabytes.
I want to make that very clear to people that these are all new things. The old R&D stuff is gone, and can I speak to one thing?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And what's really important is you're not modifying your equipment anymore. That not the standard equipment mods. That's not how it works. Frankly, that was really obnoxious to have to keep pulling stuff out and putting it back in, and it wasn't fun. We didn't like doing it. You guys didn't like doing it. So we came up with this concept that you're actually like the exabytes augment who you are, not your pants. So that's why we have a new screen that shows how you're putting them and you're using them to create yourself more powerful. That way you never have to replace them. You just grow them over time.
Yeah, we found that equipping the gear, so we get gear upgrades more frequently and stuff like that. And so, going through that whole process was a bit tedious, and we want to make it easier for everybody. That way, you can have the stats that you earn.
And frankly, we've been raining gear. All my alts are leveling so much faster, and I just gave up modding because I was like, I'm always getting upgrades. And we're like, maybe we shouldn't have mods anymore.
It's pretty straightforward to get food, actually. So you do salvage the gear that you get and you no longer need, and you will get exabytes for one part of your augments. There's another one that's specific to content that we'll show you here in a second, and that's kind of one of the reasons that we introduced it with Teen Titans, is because it works really well with Cyborg, and you have cybernetic augments, and those augments are themed towards the actual piece of content that you're playing. The first type, where the runes or implants or whatever, they don't have breakthroughs. You basically just feed them the new exabytes, and they'll level up to the cap of the episode that you're in. And then the other ones, the content-specific ones, we're still playing around with names and stuff like that. If we seem confused, it's because we're switching the names in our brain. But the content-specific ones, that's why. I swear.
I don't think the quest is on. So I think we're gonna have to move on with.
That's unfortunate.
With the other augments.
Maybe somebody could bring us the command to
do
turn
we have
it
to do
on.
the other quest first? Is that possible? The other mission
I don't
first?
think so.
No,
Okay.
it just appears.
I don't know what's going on there.
But we can come back to it if.
Yeah,
if
we'll come back to it. But basically, they'll show up in your inventory, and we have a brand new inventory. The inventory holds all of your augments, so you don't have to hold any of the actual augment items in your normal inventory. So that doesn't take up any extra space. Let's jump. Yeah, so we'll just start. We'll just start here. That's fine. The other ones are super straightforward, and they work just like these ones, except for the other ones don't have breakthroughs. So part of the transition is we'll actually complete this building a power base mission for you when you log in. And then based on your CR, we actually will give you special exobytes that will level up your augments to the level basically up to where they should be with your CR.
So
because we know that we're adding this system in far after the game was launched. So.
Yeah, and we are generously rewarding you for
Yeah.
for where we probably expect you to be, so that you won't be leaving this one mod system and losing any stats or any power or any progression.
Yeah, you shouldn't lose anything.
You will almost certainly gain quite a bit. Really.
In most cases, you will come out with more stats than you had because we don't want to be jerks, frankly.
So the other stuff works just like these. Each augment will have a main stat that it boosts along with power and health. And so getting power and health is no longer a choice. You just get it. And then you also get a stat. So you can see there's mighty, restoring, vital, and these all match up to primary stats that you should want.
Yeah.
And then you can see here for the content specific ones, they have breakthroughs, and the breakthroughs give you specific bonuses that actually work in the content you're playing. So we've gone through and we've kind of stratified it and looked and said, hey, you know what would be useful when you're roughly this level in your augment leveling, and we added some stuff there. And these actually stack, so you can slot 2 of these in. We're just going to go ahead and equip this one.
Yeah, go for it.
To kind of show you, what it looks like. So it's
and
cool.
I have a note on the philosophy that we had for this, and that is, you see, can I use the mouse real quick? Because I can't point. You see, these down here are the ones that grow with you forever. Basically, they're replacing equipment mods. This up here is essentially a new feature. These are things that I expect almost like artifacts in the sense that they will have special abilities and things like that. Like you were saying, they might be more powerful on Titan's Island, things like that. And the idea is you can change them out anytime. Like, oh, I'm gonna go fight Darkseid,
Right,
and this one's really good against Darkseid. I'm gonna put it in. Oh, I'm gonna go back to Titan's Island. I'm gonna put back, so you can.
And you don't need a kit to do so. It just comes right out. Right?
Just swap them out as you wish, essentially.
Yeah, and so it is important that the bonuses do specifically work. I'll leave that there for a second. They do specifically work in this content, and it's done that way so that you can get very specific and really cool bonuses in the area that you're in.
Yeah, it's kind of like in an RPG when you be like, I'm gonna go fight a frost giant. I better take my flame sword.
Yeah. And so in order to fortify them, all you do is you come to your fortify tab here, and they'll be sorted. There's augments, and then later on when we get the stuff working, you'll see these ones are implants, so you'll see implants down here. It says when they're equipped, so I'm just going to equip that in there. And then there's a couple of special things that you want to know about the food. First, we're going to start with just a generic exobyte. So this is just worth some experience. You put it in there. That's a stack. They stack up to 4, but there's no penalty to you just feed them when you got it. So
where do I get them from?
So generic exobytes you get from salvaging gear. Yep. And
so all that gear that I get all the time when I'm playing now.
Right. Yeah. You can just jump it when you're done. Get exobytes. So these ones don't have a percentage bonus. They just kind of give you flat experience. But they also drop in specific colors, and the colors will match up with the. You know what? I'm going to unload that guy because we're supposed to be doing these ones. The colors will match up. So see how this one's just plain? If I go over here and I see this vital exobyte, I click on that guy, and it has a 50% bonus experience.
Nice.
What? Hey, what? That's pretty cool, right? Because this is vital, and this one is vital, right? So they're blue and blue, and they match, and that's super awesome. Also, It's so cool.
Super awesome.
Super awesome, right? And then there's special food. Food. I always call them food. They're not food. They're exobites that actually match with.
Delicious exobites.
I know, so good. Cybernetic, and these ones will give you a 100% bonus, right? And these ones are actually gotten from content that you play for. So when you complete missions, and then you also have a choice loot, a choice to pick them in like raids and instances and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to feel like leveling, frankly, and not like making stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to just drop those in there for these particular bonuses, and then you hit your fortify thing there, and you level up, and then your stats will increase. And these you'd pretty much just get through playing. Yeah, so there's not a lot to it. But these golden exobites you can see are worth a substantial amount of experience. This one's 370,000.
Yeah.
Those are the ones we got because we are essentially max level in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And you can compare that to kind of these ones, which are 600 each. If I drop that in there, hey, it's a bunch.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the golden ones are only around for the transition.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And they're just to really get you up to where you are at with your CR. So that's basically how that system works. And if you'll notice, I just want to make clear again, this is the inventory where your augments will hang out. That's basically unlimited. You're just gonna be able to throw them all in there. So
Right.
it's not
It's
going to
not your actual inventory.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a really good point. They have their own inventory.
Yep.
That was a pain in the butt to make, but it was worth it.
Yeah, they don't appear over here.
Yeah, see how
in your
they're
food,
not
so.
just cluttering everything? We're like, God, that would so suck.
That would be frustrating. And then you may have noticed there are actually breakthroughs in here, and these are just dropped in content that you play. You'll have a chance of getting them. They're not choice loot; they just magically happen. You do have a better chance of getting them in more difficult content. So you'll get them more frequently in raids and elite content and stuff like that. So. Yeah.
How about the older stuff, like all the old exobites?
Oh, excellent
What happens
question.
with all that stuff people have been stockpiling?
So all the stuff you've been stockpiling will still be useful. We've actually put experience on it. We made it a kind of a small amount of experience because we did put so much experience on these golden exobites. But they'll still be useful. You just get them and dump them into your whichever augments you want.
Frankly,
so,
you don't really need them because we are just going to give you enough to get started. But if you got them, you're getting extra.
Yeah, and there are a couple of things that required.
My wish has been granted.
So if Nets, if you want to jump in there, we've got some special commands here that'll help us.
What's
get
the command there? I can't.
It is
RemQuest.
RemQuest.
I'm gonna say it real quiet
Oh yeah,
into the microphone.
don't give them the cheat codes.
It's RemQuest.
What were we saying? Oh yeah, and there's some special items that, of course, need to work differently.
There you go.
That would have been useful before.
Did it just
Things
happen?
like. Did you jump back into your inventory here? And
Oh, sorry.
things like nope.
Oh well.
Oh,
There
we
it
go.
is.
Hey,
Aha.
all right, are we back?
Aha.
Surprise.
Hello. So these are implants, and you can see these have different icons than the cybernetic ones.
And these you
man,
just get
what an
forever.
unfortunate
Let's
hiccup.
just make that distinction again.
Yeah.
These are just the ones you have. You level up. You never have to replace them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, these don't go anywhere, and so we start them at rank 24 because, of course, you get them at level 25, and they just magically happen. See how they?
Oh, it's so cute. I love that animation.
It's super cool. And so
Because the minute Carp and Megzilla were like, if we have time, we'll make it animate, and we all just stared at them. They're like, all right, we're gonna make it animate.
okay. Yeah, so this is actually a great example. So see, I just put one golden exobite in, and it increases it to rank 193, and then I just hit this button here.
Oh, hey, are there still like exobyte nodes all over the world?
There are exobit clusters. They are all over the place. They now drop exomaterial.
Exomaterial.
Yeah, and that's used for crafting. And we actually simplified crafting significantly when we went through and removed a lot of the crafting ingredients. And so most of the recipes are much more streamlined and simplified. And we can dump these in.
Yeah, if you like using ampules of terror and stuff like that, you can still do that.
Yay! But things like focusing elements and simple and complex materials, those will just be fed to your augments. So go ahead and feed those, and then when you harvest the exobit clusters, you'll now get exomaterials. And we have gone ahead and replaced the total recovery kits with exobyte boosters, and so those will give you a benefit to the exobytes that you're feeding into your implants. And so you'll notice here that I still get bonuses. This is a vital implant, so again, this is the bonus less one, and this one gets 50% because it's blue. right? And I have my golden one.
You're so good at matching colors.
I'm super good at matching colors, yeah. And then this is the cybernetic one. It does not get bonuses because this is not a cybernetic implant. So
People in chat are asking about generator mods.
generator mods. So we are no longer going to craft generator mods or anything like that. We're just drop them in the game. So you can go out and play content and get appropriate generator mods.
Are they tradable?
They are tradable.
Cool.
They should be tradable. Let us know if they're not. We did update a lot of things, and so of course, as we go to test, just keep an eye on our work and let us know.
The big focus was really equipment mods because that was the biggest pain in the ass, frankly. Oops, I said a bad word. Sorry. But so like tactical mods are still exactly the same.
Yep, they still exist. And so, an important thing to note is actually, so when you log in, your gear will no longer have mod sockets on it.
Yeah,
so
they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone, and we replace it with this. So,
and I know you're like, oh no, all my mods are gone. That's what we're sending you with the mission is essentially that in the form of golden exobytes, which will get your augs up to your implants, your runes, your metagenes up to where they should be, so you feel about the same or better.
Did we mention anything about feats, guys?
I don't think so.
So
sorry.
There are two things to do with feats. One of them, any of the feats that still make sense, they're still in the game. So things like harvesting, Tragic the Gathering, for all of you that got that, that is still out there. But there are some that you can no longer get. And what we did is we just completed them. So if it was something that you could no longer do in game, such as create specific mods and stuff like that, we just went ahead and completed those feats, and so you'll have them when you log in. Yep, and then we have a couple new feats that kind of congratulate you for using the new augment system. Yep. Congratulate you.
A couple of attaboys and attagirls.
Yeah,
Reward you.
Digital high fives. Yeah.
All right, so that is augments. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of questions. We'll be on the forums later to answer some of those, and once we get on test, it'll probably make more sense.
Now's a good time to ask questions because we're all very sleep deprived from working. So we might be like, whatever, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're open to your suggestions even more than usual.
Excellent.
But let's move on with Titans. Right. So we're in the open world of Titan's Tower. And you are out of coffee. Good Lord.
I know. You saw me and my sadness as I moved the cup out of the way. But me and my quick mouse.
Let's go back to this one. Okay. So we're in the open world as you would first see it when you first visit the island and the tower.
Everybody's like, I remember when we first leaked this, and they're like, that better not be a freaking painting. It's like, it's not a painting. It is a real open world area.
Chat was asking earlier where it's located in the geographical world. Do you have an answer?
I'm gonna leave that to your imagination.
No?
Oh wait, it's on the other side too. It's its own island right now. Okay. I mean, Titan's Tower.
We're not sure where it's at.
New York. We don't really have New York though in the game.
Okay.
It is not secret at all. It's secret. That's why they invited all of these people to visit the island.
Only special people.
Because that's the big deal. Is they're making it. I'm getting into story talk now.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
And it's about when you get there, they're like, hey, maybe you want to be a Titan. Why don't you try out? Also, it's their fan appreciation because the Titans are popular. They are even like Gar. He's always writing, responding to fan mail and stuff like that. Can you imagine his Twitter? Anyway, Gar being Beast Boy, if you don't know that much about the Titans. Anyhow.
Let's walk and talk. Let's
they are inviting people to the island because of what a big celebration this is. And on the villain side, the Fearsome Five are trying to get the villains to infiltrate the island. Very, very similar. It's like villains actually get to live out the Judas Contract storyline a little bit better than heroes do because they are the mole. Should I talk to him?
Go
or should
for
we?
it.
Okay. Hey, I heard good news from you, buddy. Oh, can they hear anything?
Welcome to Titan's Tower.
There it goes.
Impressed yet? Well, you should be. I designed it. But what should impress you more is the history and camaraderie of this team.
Whether you're a young hero looking to learn from the best, or a world-class pro looking to mentor those coming up, this is the place to do it.
With that said, it's graduation day for me. The Justice League has invited me to be an active member of their team, and I can't turn down that sort of honor.
Likewise, the Titans have always had a Robin, and it's time for me to pass the torch. From now on, you can call me Red Robin.
So original.
Batman's son will be completing his training with the Titans to fill my old role. Take a minute to look around, and then report to Starfire inside for the first part of your audition.
There you go.
Who's that up on the hill?
It's Robin.
Oh, snap.
It is.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But you're not the only one invited. Damien got invited to try out. A new hero on the streets, Tara, got invited to try out. And they'll actually be along. They kind of represent like the same path you're on, and you'll see them running missions in the open world. They'll actually run content with you, as ride-alongs. But it's actually really cool. It's one of my favorite pieces of content. But anyhow, so lots of young heroes are gathering at the island. This is actually just kind of like a little part of the island. This is just the narrative mission when you first start. This is how we kick off the story. Then they tell you to go, as you can see on the screen, they tell you to go do the training to see how good you are. And then you'll come back to the island and all sorts of stuff's happening. And that's where you'll do your daily missions and stuff like that.
Yeah, so this is the part of the stream where if you're concerned about spoilers and don't want to know anything about the DLC, you should check out now and see us on July 18th.
Pretty much.
Because we will have some spoilers as we go through some of the environments and stuff. So, do you want to just do that? You want to jump into the environments?
Sure,
Really?
let's do it.
All right, let's
awesome.
let's just cue for the duo.
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll take a little glance at each of them. Obviously, for new environments.
I'll do the event versions.
Sure, that's fine.
Now. We're gonna do the training sim.
And rep match.
Yep.
So again, this is a duo. So we have the open world, which is the new island, and we'll maybe look at that more later. Maybe not. But it's a whole island. It's all the way around. It's a bunch of open world stuff.
It's actually another little island where Cyborg's robot depot
Helpers.
is.
Yeah. And obviously,
we're in the tower.
we can go inside the tower.
Oh my god!
All right, so walk us around this room because it's pretty fantastic. The environment team killed it.
I love the Teen Titans. So finally getting to do Titans Tower. Oh my god, such a big deal. My sister is also a huge Titans fan, so this one's for you. And there's a lot of the other members are hanging around.
It's my favorite spot right here.
Nice
I
TV.
love the TV.
This is why I
And
love the
Static
news.
is sitting in front of the video game console. He's so cute.
Like
I love this.
Brainiac's invading.
Hey man,
Yep.
he's looking at the other little console.
Oh yeah.
Anyhow. But you can walk around. Raven's being broody and mysterious in the corner over here.
Yeah, she
And
does.
Robin and Tara are here to run the content with you and your partner. Essentially,
So
it's almost
kind of an alert.
it's kind of like an alert, but two of them are Robin and Tara, Damien and Tara. So I'm like, say hey.
Welcome to Titan Tower.
Boop. Open the door.
Starfire is waiting for your team in the training simulator. Get ready for a workout. Corey is a total taskmaster. When you're ready for some pain, head on in.
Tara's ready.
Tara's so ready. Tara and Damien are like the stars of this whole thing. They are hilarious.
So as you can see, the
Training room.
Jinx.
Dun dun dun. This is an homage to a moment in the comics where they actually do have a bow fight.
Your defenses would have impressed even the warlords of Okara.
And our new Starfire.
Excuse me, my new recruits have arrived. Oh, hi. New recruits, huh? Welcome. Feel free to take the training simulator for a spin. I'm going to hit the showers.
She's like, I'm not gonna bother with these noobs. Starfire, you deal with them.
Don't worry, you're in good hands.
God, her shirt gives me a headache.
I'll go join Gar in the control room and we can begin our session.
So they're gonna put you through your paces, see if you
Yep.
have what it takes, right?
So her and Beast Boy are basically operating the training simulation, and it's waves of holograms of all the most famous Titans foes, with a big surprise at the end.
Nice.
I don't think we'll go through all of it.
I think
but,
that's as far as we'll go for this one.
But there's a twist in the middle of this that is one of my favorite moments we've ever done. It is so good.
Actually, maybe let's run around the room just for a moment. Just
I thought you were gonna be like, actually, let's just show them the cool thing.
actually, let's no.
Oh, they gotta play to check out the cool
But
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the simulator, which, you know, we built it knowing we might come back and do more stuff here.
Yeah, definitely.
But you activate it here, and Starfire will start going through, sending enemies for you to fight.
Very cool. All right, let's hop out and let's hop into the alert.
All right.
So for those of you
Where do you
keeping
want me to go?
score,
I have to get out to queue, so.
yeah, just map to the event probably.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll actually let me go to the thing now. Titans Island. Warp. Also, still my favorite feature ever.
Warp to
Warp
event.
menu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it so
That's
much.
great.
I can do so much more. Oh, there's a bug. We already fixed it. So now you're literally on top of the
You're
tower.
on top of the tower, yes.
And the Titans are running the show from here. And you'll see Tara and Damien are basically running missions too.
Which is great.
My favorite thing is the helicopter in the top. Yeah.
I'll let people discover that. on their
Oh.
own.
Hours of entertainment.
But you can pick up all your missions here. But you want me to get in the alert, right?
Yeah, let's queue for the alert. So for those keeping score, we've got the open world, we've got the duo, and now we have the alert.
So, when you're in the duo, the tower gets attacked, and all the robots start going nuts. And well, not all, but many of them do. And Cyborg's like, "Whoa, who is hacking my robots on my last day as a Titan? This is not gonna. We're not. No, big no." And so that's what you're basically doing on the island, is trying to figure out who did it, and hack the robots back to the Titans and protect all those poor fanboys
For
and
Titan
fangirls.
fans. Yep. All right, let's queue.
All right. And you get a message from, I think it's Nightwing, who's like, "Tower's under attack. I need every Titan, that means you, to report."
While I prefer the company of robots to most people, this is a little excessive.
I love Damien. So good. Best Damien ever. He's like almost as good as Cersei. But anyway. And so you're like, you return to the tower because Nightwing sent an urgent call for help.
Okay. And then we get here, and what? Everyone's gone?
Well,
Ish.
Cyborg's the only other person who showed up. Now you'll have your 3 teammates with you. This is not a solo, it's an alert.
Listen up. I'm not gonna lie. Things keep getting worse. Nightwing called the Titans
He's
together,
so
and
serious.
I'm the only one here. Remote access is down, so we need to get to the security hub and locate the other Titans.
All right.
So now we're breaking into the tower, really.
Yeah, he's like, Beast Boy. So we're on the inside. Oh, what's that? Anyway, and we're looking for them because they're not reporting in.
Trouble.
Well, that's missing. Yay.
There's supposed to be someone in this.
Yeah.
In this camera.
You fight no one.
You fight.
It's all a ruse.
Show big, dumb, and ugly the door.
So.
Who's that back there?
Oh my god.
Who was that?
Hey,
So
there
yeah.
he is. Mammoth is back.
So the Fearsome Five, it looks like, are trying to capture the Titans. So at least they are trying to capture the Titans. So there's a boss fight here. Can I just go? I want to get to the security room.
We just kill him.
All right.
And move on.
I'm gonna use my godlike powers
Yep.
of typoing the commands.
Well, it's a certain skill.
You did, Mammoth. I mean, knocked unconscious.
And so is the rest of the fearsome five.
Oh, I'm gonna get a Starfire banner.
Dog, dog, dog.
Titans
Yep,
cred.
dog.
You actually just saw that Starfire banner in the hall a moment
I
ago.
did. Now
Pretty
I have one
cool.
from my house. Okay, Cyborg. I'm following you, dude. We're getting to the security hub. So we're going to try to look at the camera to see if our friends are okay. Because they all live here. At least sometimes.
Donna's cam is out.
Oh, no.
Not good.
Little Titan logo. So cute.
Damn it. Raven's down.
No.
Gar, talk to me, buddy.
And then I was going to say something not nice. And he blows up the camera.
Whoa.
So, whoa, that was a
Messed
bug.
up.
Can't be. Deathstroke is here. We need to warn Nightwing.
So now we're trying to catch up and chase.
You want to keep going?
Do you want to get
I
right
think-
to the thing and then stop? No? Okay. There's a lot of stuff to show.
I think we should call it there.
Okay.
We do have 2 more pieces of content to look into.
Yeah. The
So-
gist of this is Deathstroke's laying traps and setting off the systems against you as you move through it, and it has one of the most fun, like, trap puzzles like we've
It
done
does.
in a long time.
Yep.
It's really, really good.
It's a good alert.
Ocean's laughed hysterically watching me play it because I kept screaming. She's like, your paranoia was real. I'm like, I know. I got a little excited. Okay.
So we get to the end of this and we kind of find out a little bit about who's behind the problems, right?
Yeah, Deathstroke's abducting them all. The Fearsome Five are trying, and the villains are trying, but Deathstroke's one step ahead of everybody because
As
he's
he
got a
usually
mole. And he tells you that. He's like, I've got a mole on the inside. If you've read the books, you know who it is. If you haven't read it, then you're kind of going, who could it be?
Yeah.
Is it the villain player?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
So we have 2 raids in this DLC, and with event versions, regular versions, and elite versions. Let's warp out and queue for the second of the 2 raids. Both are in the Hive lair. H-I-V-E, Hive lair.
Hive. There we go. No hate. All right,
That's fine.
fine.
Just go anywhere else.
Let's go into the watchtower.
But we're going to jump into the second of the 2 and take a look at the final boss of this DLC.
Yep. Did you mention who shows up at the end? I'm sorry, I was reading.
I did not.
So some folks show up and they tell you about the Hive, the new Hive base, and the new Hive master, and so we know that's the place to start. Start looking for the Titans. But we're gonna skip that raid and go to the big one, the Machine. And if you've read it, you know what we're about to do.
Avir, this is the one you died like 15 times straight in, right?
This was not the only one I died 15 times.
But this was the infamous one, though, right?
Yes. No, there was a really
This
fun.
was the one I was watching.
There was a really fun bug in this one.
Oh.
We were testing earlier. And
oh my god, that
maybe
was
it
amazing.
infinitely spawned ads.
That was
yeah.
That was amazing.
That was not
could have happened.
Gameplay.
Yeah, probably.
That was a bug.
Doesn't happen anymore.
Did you bypass?
I did.
Okay.
I think.
They were really the best ads
There
to
it goes.
spawn infinitely, though. If I had to choose.
Yeah.
Because it was
A
hilarious.
swarm of Hive guys infinitely
It was kind of
spawning.
like a MEPS event.
It was a lot,
yeah, it was
like,
a lot like
that.
that. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So this is at this point you would have worked your way all the way through all of the mountain and gotten to the end of it.
This is the very bottom of the base.
The very, very bottom where the Machine is.
And that will
Look
familiar
at
to
it.
you if you have.
Oh, the closer I get, the harder it is to see.
Well, we'll go inside.
But
Just God mode and go inside.
I was gonna say, do you want me to just go in?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna trigger the stuff.
If you've read the comics, you will. I guess maybe don't God mode so we can see the cams.
Oh, do you want me to show the cam?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you just wanted me to show the map.
Oh, it's up to you. We can go in. Yeah. We can show the cams.
Talk to Nightwing and Red Wobbin.
He's hiding on the wrong side of that wall.
He's hiding behind the console.
They're not waiting anymore. They've got Corey and the rest of the Titans hooked up to that machine.
They sure do.
Wait, calm down. I know you're worried. We both are, but the cavalry is here. We're stronger together.
That's us.
Let's go.
And my 7 friends that would be here.
Right.
Ooh, his subtitle was delayed. Then you get your final preparations, and you get ready for the Machine, which is a crazy fight. Lots and lots and lots of waves and different phases. It's actually really, really fun. We played it again yesterday, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Here we go. Oh, look, it's the Titans.
But that's where the Titans went. This was a technological feat to pull off.
All teams.
Art, engineering, and design to strap them in and have this dude sap their powers. It was pretty crazy.
I've heard some over-the-top evil monologues in my day, but that takes the cake.
Red Robin is ready. He is like,
Yeah.
boom!
And then waiting.
And so this is the guy, the Hive, and then
Should still be spinning his
everybody
staff,
ready?
yeah.
Is everybody supply drop ready? Are we ready for this fight? And then
Who's AFK?
So just like in the books, Hive Master put together this machine, paid Deathstroke to capture the Titans, and he puts them in the machine, and he can absorb their powers. In the books, he never got to that point. They're just like, oh, haha, we foiled your plan. We're like, that's not fun.
Right.
You know, it would be more fun if the machine actually did power him up, went through phases of all different Titans' abilities, and then the machine also attacks you. Because we're terrible monsters and want to hurt you. Yay, that's a great quote. But it is a very fun, very hectic fight. A lot of like, look where you're stepping, get out of the way. We've definitely iterated a lot on the messaging. That's been really important to us, so that you see the thing you know to get out of the way. That kind of gameplay. And it's random which one he like he'll go through all 5 Titans, but it'll be a different order each time.
Nice.
You don't know what's coming, so you have to be ready.
Lots of different mechanics.
It's a lot harder in the normal mode and way harder in the Elite, which help us make it harder. Play it when it's on test. Give us feedback. We want it to be pretty damn hard. The event mode is not going to be that hard. If you're like, I just want my coins, let me have my rewards, you can play event mode.
Yeah, cool. I think it was very impressive how distinct each phase feels. You know, it's pretty obvious who's being channeled and what's going on, and it does feel chaotic, but it's exciting, really.
The music even changes based on who's actively powering Hive Master. It's really cool. What else, man?
I mean, that's it. That's the DLC basically right there.
Yeah. And there's a whole other raid we haven't showed you anything, and it is also epic and difficult.
That will be on test.
Which you're gonna play.
When
you're gonna give us feedback.
When will that be on test?
I don't ever like to say because I haven't talked to production in the last hour.
Yeah,
so
well,
we've been somewhere
today.
Today,
is
that
the
is our
plan.
goal.
By this evening, we expect to have this DLC fully on test for you to play and test out. And we really need your help testing. We really want to hit the difficulty marks on this one because there's a ton of effort in this, and we just want to make sure that final yard line is crossed in the best way possible. So definitely jump on. For those who are just tuning in, you missed it. I'm sorry. It'll be on YouTube.
That was it.
But we have a bunch of new gear: the Cyborg gear, the Red Robin gear, and some collections gear. We have augments coming at the same time as Titans on July 18th, as currently scheduled, which is a completely rehauling of the R&D system, make modding more accessible and more fun. And we have Open World Titans Island, Titans Tower with the Duo and the Alert, and the Hive base with the 2 raids, ending with the Machine, which you're looking at right now. And that is Teen Titans Judas Contract. Anything else? Anything we're missing? Anybody?
There's some more stuff, but we'll let them discover it.
Yeah.
All right.
There is so much that we haven't shown, but that would be really lame if we showed everything. So.
Of course. Okay, well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, too, for joining me on this live stream. And we will see you on test in just a few minutes / hours.
I'm sleep deprived and caffeinated, so hit me up. Ask me questions on Twitter.
The team has been burning the midnight oil here.
Really, they
working
have.
way overtime to hit this date and get all this new stuff in. So,
yeah, the bar was set really high. This was very exciting to us. A lot of Titans fans in the building. Folks were working late for weeks trying to make these moments really powerful and fun.
So hopefully you guys can see that and appreciate that, and it'll turn out pretty nice for you guys.
Oh wait,
what?
They wanted to see the gear.
Oh, the Hive stuff.
Oh, the Hive gear. Oh, sure, yeah.
That was the
right. Go for it.
You just saw the guy, and we thought some of his pieces were pretty neat. Oh, it didn't pop up. There's his hood.
There's his hood.
He has a hood with
it's on your back. It was a back piece.
Oh, there it is. That's right.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can get to where the Machine is a back piece. It glows. I'm not gonna bother changing colors right now. And the hood is a
awesome.
2-toned hood, and you can change the color of the band.
So good.
And then you got the last piece there, the shoulders, down.
Oh, there they are.
Boom.
And little honeycomb shoulders.
You too can trap the Titans.
I like the cyborg suit the best, but these are cute. I like them.
Yeah, I think they're super cool.
All right, that is Teen Titans Judas Contract. That is Augments. And we will see you guys on test in just a couple of hours.
Makes a nice silhouette, though.
Yeah, looks nice.
Anyway.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.